Today we discuss about the allocative efficiency in a perfectly competitive labor market. How do we define an efficient allocation of labor? An efficient allocation of labor is realized when workers are being directed to their highest values uses. That is, when society obtains the largest amount of output from the given amount of labor available. That is the efficient allocation of labor. Society obtains the largest amount of output from a given labor. This means that the value of marginal product of labor is same in all alternative employments. What if the value of marginal product of the last unit of labor employed in industry A is higher than the value of marginal product of last unit of labor employed in industry B? Then clearly total output would be increased by reallocating a unit of labor from industry B to industry A. The total output would be increased only by reallocating labor from one industry to another industry. Here reallocation of labor from industry B to industry A. The value of additional production in A, the labors are shifted from industry B to industry A. The value of additional production in A, output should be increased in firm industry A or firm A, will be greater than the value of the lost production in B. The labors are shifted from industry B to industry A, so the output of industry A will increase than industry B. So if we generalized from two industries to many for an efficient allocation of labor in a society, an efficient allocation of labor was happened in a society, the value of marginal product of the last unit of labor hired in each industry must be the same. The value of marginal product of the last unit of labor hired in each industry must be the same. The value of marginal product is same in all industries. It is also true that value of marginal product of labor, the same in all uses of that labor, must be equal to the wage paid to that labor. Value of marginal product of labor must be equal to the wage paid to that labor. What is the reason? The price of labor must be high enough to cover its opportunity cost, or the labor would not be forthcoming. The price of the labor must be high enough. What is the price of the labor? It's a wage. Price of labor is a wage. Must be high enough to cover its opportunity cost, its sacrificing cost. Firms will be willing to hire additional workers. Firms will be willing to hire additional workers as long as their value of marginal product was greater than their marginal wage cost. How to make the decision? How the firms make the decision to hire additional workers? The firms will be willing or ready to hire more workers or additional workers in what situation or in what condition? The value of marginal product, their marginal product or the value of marginal product was greater than their marginal wage cost, is greater than the wage cost or marginal wage cost. Value of marginal product is downsloping, is downward sloping. Firms will continue to hire workers. The value of marginal product is downward sloping. Firms will continue to hire worker until, to what point? Until the value of marginal product falls to equal the wage rate. Value of marginal product is downward sloping. The firms will continue to hire workers until the value of marginal product equal to the wage rate. Hiring more than that will reduce the firm's profit. Up to that point, the value of marginal product is equal the wage rate. The firm will stop the hiring of labor. Next to the diagram, the market for labor. The first diagram represents the market for labor. Second is the individual firm X, individual firm Y, individual firm Z. The market for labor, the demand and supply of labor intersect each other, determine the equilibrium wage rate and equilibrium quality of labor. W equal to price of labor. Then firm X, the quantity of labor, X, then the wage rate on the y-axis. Demand curve for labor, DL is the downward sloping curve, DL AX equal MRP, marginal revenue product equal to value of marginal product. All are equal. Demand for labor, MRP, then value of marginal product. All are equal. Then supply of labor is the horizontal straight line. Supply of labor equal marginal wage cost. Supply of labor equal marginal wage cost of firm X. Then second, individual firm Y. The demand for labor is also downward sloping for firm Y. The demand for labor equal to MRP equal to value of marginal product. Then the supply of labor is also a horizontal straight line. Supply of labor equal to marginal wage cost. Then third figure, the demand for labor is not too steep. Then the supply of labor is a horizontal straight line. The demand for labor equal to MRP equal to VMP. The conditions are same in three cases. This is the perfect computation representing the allocative efficiency of labor in individual firm cases and in the market. I think all should follow the class. And the part 1 representing the perfect competitive labor market, how to determine the demand and supply of labor, what are the determinants of supply and demand of labor. Then the second part representing the allocative efficiency of labor, how to determine the labor absorption or labor hiring to what level, and how to determine the allocative efficiency in a perfect competitive market. I think all should clear the topics. Okay, thank you.